refrigeration and air conditioning. So this is one of the most important unit, one of the longest unit of your hotel engineering. So today what we are going to have, we are going to have just an introduction of what refrigeration means, why it is needed, and what are the common terminologies which are there in the refrigeration. Tomorrow, as we are having a lecture tomorrow as well, so we will be talking tomorrow about refrigeration cycle. So let's begin. The first question which should come in our brain, what is refrigeration? So I think before this question, like my style, what does this word refrigeration means? That will be the question, isn't it? So from where this particular alien word has came into existence, so that must be the question. So सबसे पहले हम पढ़ेंगे कि refrigeration कहाँ से है. So this particular word is a Latin word. Re means back and freos later on it becomes of course frigus, that means cold. So from there this word refrigeration has been extracted, Latin word. So what is this refrigeration? You can see this particular the home refrigerator which you must be seeing at your home. Refrigeration is a process by which heat is removed from a body to reduce its temperature lower than its surroundings. So suppose this particular, you know, I will show you over here, this particular cabinet. So what we have done, we have removed the heat from inside this cabinet, and it becomes lower than the surroundings. So बाहर का जो environment है, बाहर का जो टेम्परेचर है, उसके कंपैरिजन में जो अंदर का हीट है वो कम है. हमने क्या किया, हीट को एक्सट्रैक्ट किया और हीट को एक्सट्रैक्ट करके बाहर फेंक दिया या एब्जॉर्ब कर दिया. ठीक है. So that particular science is called as refrigeration. In other words, अगर हम दूसरे तरीके से इसे डिफाइन करना चाहें, refrigeration is science of producing and maintaining lower temperature condition in a closed space than the surrounding by removing heat from the space and transferring that heat to another space or substance. ठीक है. ये कहीं ना कहीं हम आगे देखो रेफ्रिजरेशन साइकिल पढ़ेंगे इन नेक्स्ट क्लास. सो अगर ये आपको बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में आ गया, देन इट विल बी इजी टू एक्सप्लेन एयर कंडीशनिंग एज वेल. So I'm going to tell you air conditioning. ठीक है, क्योंकि आपको रेफ्रिजरेशन या एयर कंडीशनिंग या जितने भी टर्मिनोलॉजीज है वो इस लिहाज से पढ़ना है कि why it is needed in hotel industry. क्योंकि हम होटल इंडस्ट्री की बातें करें, we are talking about होटल इंजीनियरिंग. ठीक है. तो हमें आगे विंडो एसी पढ़ना है, वी हैव टू टॉक अबाउट स्प्लिट एसी, वी हैव टू टॉक अबाउट सेंट्रलाइज्ड एसी. ठीक है. तो कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर होना जरूरी है कि रेफ्रिजरेशन में होता क्या है. ठीक है. इन कॉमन इन जनरल अगर मैं बोलने की कोशिश करूं, ओके, इन सिंपल वर्ड, रेफ्रिजरेशन किस चीज के साथ होता है? एक मशीन के साथ होता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज रेफ्रिजरेटर. वो क्या करता है? वो सिंपली आइटम को कूल करता है. ठीक है. आइटम को कूल रखता है. ठीक है. इसे हम क्या बोलते हैं? इसे हम रेफ्रिजरेशन बोलते हैं. इसे हम रेफ्रिजरेशन बोलते हैं. मूविंग फॉरवर्ड, क्वेश्चन अराइज, व्हाई वी नीड रेफ्रिजरेशन. सो ऑफ कोर्स रेफ्रिजरेशन हमें समझ में तो आ गया कि रेफ्रिजरेशन क्या होता है, पर क्वेश्चन ये तो अराइज होता है कि इसका जरूरत क्यों है हमें. ठीक है. सो अगेन यू हैव टू थिंक फ्रॉम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑफ बजट, या ऑफ कोर्स हाउस होल्ड में भी हम रेफ्रिजरेटर यूज करते हैं, तो हमें उससे भी एग्जांपल हम उठा सकते हैं. वी कैन टेक द एग्जांपल फ्रॉम देयर एज वेल. Okay, the first is to store cooked or semi-cooked food products. Semi-cooked food products. That doesn't mean that you are going to store it for a lifetime. Okay, there is something called as primary shelf life and secondary shelf life. So what we are trying to do, we are just trying to extend a bit of secondary shelf life of that particular food items which is cooked. So जैसे ही वो cook हो गया तो secondary shelf life हो जाता है. तो secondary shelf life को हम थोड़ा elongate करने की कोशिश करते हैं, so that it will keep it at cooler temperature. So automatically what would happen, microbes cannot attack onto that. ठीक है, तो ये आप न्यूट्रिशन में पढ़ेंगे और सेकंड ईयर में एफएसक्यू में भी पढ़ेंगे कि देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड एज डेंजर जोन, डेंजर टेम्परेचर. सो उस डेंजर टेम्परेचर पे ना रहे इसके लिए हम क्या करते हैं, उसे हम फ्रीज करते हैं, लोअर टेम्परेचर पे हम स्टोर करते हैं. तो पहला तो ये हो गया कि रेफ्रिजरेशन का हमें जरूरत क्या क्यों है, तो हमें कुक्ड और सेमी कुक्ड फूड प्रोडक्ट जो है, नॉट हैप्पी विद माय माउस. Okay, the second is to store food raw materials oblique perishables. I think I have already told you what perishable means. You also know that the perishable products are those products which can easily get spoiled, like milk, like your even your poultry products if you are storing it at room temperature. So to increase the life of that, as I have said, raw materials are perishable. So if you would be keeping it at a very low temperature, so of course you would be able to increase the primary shelf life as well. Okay, to store seasonal food items, so you can store the seasonal food items at sub-zero temperature or less than that, and you can enjoy those seasonal food for the year long. Okay, so that you might have done in your bakery to cool desserts, sauces and drinks. So if you are making certain butter sauces and then you are putting it into silver foil and then you are freezing it and then you are taking it out and cutting into chiplets, okay, or any dessert, when you are making certain souffle or you are making Swiss roll and then you are rolling it and again putting it into the freezer. So for that purpose we need refrigerator or refrigeration process. ठीक है, we are just having the introduction. This all basic things I think you must have known since your school days. वैसे भी होटल इंजीनियरिंग जो है वो हम स्कूल डेज को ही रिपीट कर रहे हैं. I don't know why you all people take so much attention with this particular subject. Okay, now terminology used in refrigeration. Some basic terminologies I think which I have already discussed few of the terminologies when I was teaching you heat. First is latent heat. I think हमने discuss किया था. We have already discussed when we are having physical lectures back. So latent heat is a heat absorbed or given out by a substance while changing its state without changing the temperature. This we already know. I think I have given this particular terminology in your midterm as well, isn't it? Next is evaporation, basic school science, which you might have studied when you were in 6th standard. Evaporation, so the change of substance from liquid state to gaseous state due to increase in temperature and or pressure. This is important. ठीक है, यहाँ इंक्रीज इन टेम्परेचर तो ठीक था, लेकिन यहाँ पर हमने एंड और प्रेशर की भी बात की, ठीक है, क्योंकि ये आगे आएगा when we will be talking about something called as compressor. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम जब पढ़ेंगे compressor तो यहाँ पर प्रेशर की बातें आएंगी. ठीक है यहाँ तक. चलिए मूव फॉरवर्ड. You can nod your head at least. Am I audible to all of you? Are you able to see the slides? Nod your head. I am able to see Gopal. Great. Moving forward, condensation. Again, just the bang opposite of the evaporation. So condensation is the change of physical state of matter from gaseous have to take care of this. Okay, the change of physical state of matter from gaseous to liquid stage is called as condensation. In the curve, I think I need to check onto this. There is an option in more perhaps. Okay, after that you are able to see this boiling point. Are you able to see, all of you? Nickel, Athasam, yes, great, great. So boiling point, the temperature at which a substance changes its state from liquid to vapor. ये देखिए जितने भी अभी तक मैंने jargons दिए हैं, more or less you are known to it. You all have studied it in your schools, isn't it? Prince, you can nod your head if I'm wrong. नहीं सर मैंने नहीं पढ़ा था स्कूल में. ठीक है, this you have studied in school. Okay, so today what I have done, I have tried to make this particular PowerPoint as simple as I can. So in next cycle, we would be using the YouTube videos as well to let you understand the refrigeration cycle, what refrigeration cycle actually means. Okay, after boiling point, there is a refrigerant. So more or less, this refrigeration cycle, or the working principle of air conditioning is totally dependent on one thing, that is refrigerant. ठीक है, so refrigerant अगर नहीं है तो ये हमारा refrigeration पूरा नहीं हो सकता है. So refrigerant होता क्या है? They are the special substance. So what are that? They are used in refrigeration system for absorption of changing of its state. Some of the common refrigerants are NH3, बहुत common है, chlorofluorocarbon बहुत common है, but I have given you more: ammonia, sulfur dioxide, freon. So that is dichloromethane. It's commonly known as freon, widely used. Monochloro-dichloromethane and methyl chloride. I'm able to see few of the students are still writing these notes. You need not have to worry. If possible, I will be sharing this particular PowerPoint as well as your notes on Google Classroom as well. Clear? So, and if you have any doubt, what you can do, you can just mail me if you have any doubt on veenit.sinha@gmail.com. Clear? Clear? Now in next class, what we are going to study, we are going to study about this. So just have a concept of this, a bit of homework of this. So you can go for it. Evaporator. So what do you mean by evaporator? What do you mean by compressor? What do you mean by condenser? And what do you mean by expansion valve? And this particular picture we will be going to discuss in next class. Clear?